Grand National Championships.
Hello. You're listening to Grand National Championships on the internet. My name is Alistair. With me tonight are Corin, Jotham, and Jared. I hope everyone is having a splendid time out there, despite all the hideousness in the world at every turn. If anyone has any hideousness to share with us, they can email us, us@thegncshow.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and most other online outlets at The GNC Show. And you can call us, leave us a voicemail. Maybe we'll even pick up sometimes, all of us, party line. Oh, I bet we could work that out where we pay for some kind of service. Phone Plus One, or there's some app like that where it'll forward to all of us and we can party line with whoever calls us. So take a note of that, somebody. That's a great idea.
Sounds terrifying.
Next.
Or it could be like a GNC on-call thing where we share the phone, per week.
You're rotating, yeah.
Yeah, rotating it.
You'll always get a host. There's always a host on duty.
24/7.
And the number that you would call to reach one of us on call at any given time is 727-379-4335. That is paper wheel on your alphanumeric keypad. For all other bits of show information, you go to thegncshow.com and you'll find something there. That'll do it. So it's been a week since we've convened. I hope everyone's doing okay. Corin, I have the most questions for you, so could you start and tell us what's up with you?
As you can see, I've relocated. I am currently in Portland, Oregon, visiting. I just checked into my Airbnb, which is this place. It's nice. It's a nice little spot. The lighting is not quite podcast level, so I didn't warn them ahead of time that I would be recording.
Oh, they didn't set up like a big white sheet with a very strong bulb behind it?
Soundproof room,
yeah. No, so I got in last night. I've been hanging out. Yeah. Any questions about my Airbnb or my trip to Portland?
How long ago did you book this Airbnb?
Very recently, this week. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to make it down. There are fires raging across the West Coast, and even in the areas where the fire isn't an immediate danger, the smoke has become toxic, and even going outside has been dangerous in the last week.
But you feel safe and secure where you are? Did you pass through a lot of more perilous country on your way?
I drove at night, so all the danger was hidden. I don't like to look at the danger. If I don't see it, it's not there. And actually, it rained the last day and a half, so things have cleared up a little bit. The AQI, the air quality index, is down from hazardous to only
do
unhealthy.
Not sell.
It's only unhealthy for sensitive people with
snowflakes, you mean?
Yeah.
Is that what the implication is?
Most of this city, if you know what I mean.
Well, that
Portland,
sounds
Oregon.
Like a real trial. So throughout this whole thing, have you, where you live personally, had a lot of like the. So is this in Portland or in Seattle or both? It's both. Just like completely surrounded, right?
It's blanketed. Yeah. The whole West Coast is blanketed by this smoke. You can see it from space. It's insane. And it's been here the whole week. So my week prior to coming down to Portland was, locked in my house. Quarantine, you're not allowed to go anywhere anyway, right? But at least we had the outdoors because, that was the only thing left to us. You could mask up and go to a park, but that became a danger to your health in the last week. So everyone's just stuck inside. I don't have it here with me, but what the common thing people have been doing is buying central AC air filters and strapping them to the back of box fans and keeping them running in their homes.
I've seen that
to mitigate the smoke effects within the home.
You're like double quarantined.
Yeah, it's a scene. Yeah, it's a bad scene.
So have you seen your brother since you came to town?
No, screw that guy.
Yeah,
I'm not here for him.
He's still sick.
I don't know what he's doing. I haven't checked in. For those uninitiated, I lived in Portland for like 5 years prior to moving to Seattle about 2 years ago. And I kind of like made a home base here. I have a bunch of friends that I made here, and humble brag. And that
wasn't even humble. It was just a brag. You just said, I've got a lot of friends. I'm handsome.
I'm also very cool. People like me.
I can have me around. Learn how to clip in 3 hours.
I have 1,000 different reasons to visit here other than my brother.
People are on my jock trying to get me to come down. Can't get him off. One of my buddies, Adam, just had a surgery on his knee, and so I've come down to kind of lend aid to him.
Are you going to be a knee donor? He's going to take your knee.
Yeah, I don't need both of them. I'm strong enough to survive without one.
Yeah, I can just keep one leg straight. just bend one. You can still run pretty fast, though.
Pretty fast.
Doing a lot of pistol squats.
Is that a one-leg move?
Yeah, you keep one straight and you like bend down.
Well, in this one, you always keep one straight. No, even if you're working out that leg,
you're gonna have like one huge leg.
Yes, I'm donating a knee to my friend who had surgery.
And you're seeing some other friends too?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with my little gang here, my crew. It's good. I like Portland more than I like Seattle, so it's always fun to come down here.
Are a lot of your friends legal people?
What does that mean?
Also lawyers. No, did you think I was asking their immigration status? What do you think of me?
Do you consort with undocumented peoples?
Communists, leftists.
When I first logged on to the to Zoom, I was wearing this hat that I've had forever. It's a St. Louis Cardinals hat. Oof. But I just can't. You can't wear a red hat anymore. You just look like a
First
dickhead.
thing out of my mouth is MAGA.
Yeah. So I ditched it. Oh damn it! My jeans are here again.
That's where they live.
I love that.
Now I'm professional.
I love that spot for your jeans. What did you ask me? Something about what?
If they're all legal eagles.
Legal people. That's right. One of my like core group of friends is a lawyer, and the others do various things. Adam works in the entertainment industry, and Matt is a mental health nurse practitioner. We're all handsome young professionals.
Yeah, do you guys have some kind of like multi-disciplined collective that you made a logo for?
Not yet, but it's a great idea.
Yeah, you call us up in case you need, entertainment while your knee's replaced, and we talk you through your childhood trauma.
How many people are in the NXIVM chapter, the Portland NXIVM chapter?
I don't understand what that is.
It's just us 4 dudes.
That's the HBO show we've been watching.
Oh, The Vow?
The Vow, yeah.
The Vow, yeah.
NXIVM.
That is also on my list of things that I have done this week, is watched The Vow. I figured that would be a good thing to talk about. Unless, Alistair, you haven't watched it yet.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Yeah. They just get more into like, I think the show has, I won't spoil anything. I just think that the show has purposefully held back displaying images of Keith Raniere, who was the leader of this thing, because there's no way to watch him on TV and not question how people ever thought that he was a charismatic leader.
He doesn't seem to have the pull that you feel like maybe in order to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Charlataned by this guy, that you'd have to be a very weak character.
Yes.
Okay.
Weak character. I'm sorry. Maybe that's unfair.
What a
Maybe
thing to
he's
say
got, like,
to the victims of this cult.
I know, right? You're weak
set him up.
and you're hurt. You got me. Maybe he has like some weird mystic powers when you see him in person. I don't know, but he seems like he's like 5'2" and kind of like a square peg and just a little bit doofy.
Yeah.
I can't peg it, and nothing he says is profound. It's just
nothing, especially remarkable looking or remarkable in character or
he just
intelligence.
asks you questions.
Yeah,
like when you ask him a question,
flips around what you said. Yeah,
yeah. It's the same as having a conversation with a real estate agent.
He answers every question with a question. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not saying anything.
People mistake that for intelligence, or like there's a sequence where you see it happen, like him having a conversation with somebody, and it's happening in front of your eyes. Like this person is like you can see their mind, like all of their defenses breaking down, and just.
Yeah, Ally Mack, her first interaction with him, you could just see she's just falling for it immediately.
It was just like, what is happening? Did they like pump funny gas into that volleyball gym like beforehand to like get everybody a little loose? Like,
could be funny gas.
Valium.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, yeah. I also rewatched Batman Forever. Speaking of weird.
I never remember which of those is which. The last two of the Schumachers.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Nicole Kidman, and Chris O'Donnell.
Something.
Love me some Nicole Kidman. But if that's Forever, then which one is the one with Clooney and the nipples?
Batman and Robin.
Okay.
Which is a strange... That's after.
Okay.
Which is a strange name for that one because they also introduced Batgirl in that. So it's Batman and Robin, but also Batgirl.
She didn't get the billing.
No.
They only had so many characters. I mean, like characters like letters in the name.
There's tons of characters.
There are tons
in
of
that
characters.
movie.
There's no shortage of that.
I love those two movies, though. And I think as I get older, I am unabashedly endorsing them because it's no longer ironic. I think they're good movies.
They have a real kind of like old Hollywood style, like everything's on a sound stage. People are roller skating in patterns. It's almost like one of those old movies that has like a synchronized swimming scene in it. Like where a ballroom opens up and there are like 80 dancers like who are all swimming like synchronized.
It would not be out of place at all. All the score is very cartoonish. It has like a lot of
Danny Elfman.
Reminiscent of like an Acme cartoon, like a Warner Brothers cartoon. It's insane. It's insane.
Did you see how Corin shut you down completely when you asked if it was Danny Elfman?
Well, he did the Tim Burton ones for sure.
Yeah. I shut you down because I don't know, and I didn't want to look ignorant. It was more about
these movies.
I thought you were a fan.
Oh man, I'm getting burned left and right tonight. What did I do?
I had a real in-depth conversation about Val Kilmer just recently. I was asked to do an interview for this show, explicitly called a TV show, that Joe, who is the musical artist Gushing, he does this show that's just getting started up. I believe it's called 1-800-Funk Sauce, and he asked me if I would take part. It involved doing an interview, and then after the interview, he also wanted me to send a very close-up video of my face so that my face is the only thing in the entire frame, and then make a whole bunch of expressions, and he'll use that to make like an animated version of my face. I don't know how it works because I have not seen the show. The first episode, I think, is just going up like this weekend. Be sure to check that out. Search 1-800-FUNK-SAUCE. Okay, but here's the thing.
Okay.
Most of the interview was about Val Kilmer.
Okay.
The way he gave me instructions about how we were going to have a conversation, he said we might talk for like a half hour or something like that, and it's all going to get edited down to about 2 or 3 minutes. And I thought, I asked him if he had some inspiration from Space Ghost Coast to Coast, if it's kind of like using things that I say out of context and just asking me questions so that I say a particular thing. So I guess that's also out of context. You understand what I'm saying? So we had a talk, and one of the main topics of conversation over this half hour or 45 minutes that we talked was Val Kilmer and Val Kilmer films. And what my favorite Val Kilmer film is, what I think about Val Kilmer, like if I think he maybe should have won more Oscars. I don't know if he won any Oscars. I don't know that he's among that.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about Val Kilmer. I finished the call with him. I said, I'm going to send you that video. I'm going to make all these expressions with my face he sent me like an example video of himself doing it. And so I did it, but it was horrifying to watch that video of my face. I looked like messed up. Like, you know, I know what I look like. I know I've got a lot of problems, but like this was beyond like anything I could have imagined, like as bad as I could look. And so I never sent it to him. And I see and I see that he released a schedule of when each show is coming out, and show 2 lists the guests as Val Kilmer and the band Pleasures. And he had mentioned that Pleasures was going to be playing they were going to be the other guest on the show that I was on. So I don't know how this is all going to pan out, and if somehow my conversation about Val Kilmer is going to be incorporated into this episode. So I'm really excited to see how that all turns out. But anyway, so
if you participate.
Yeah, if you send a headshot.
You got to send that video.
Well, he said if people don't want to send a video, he does his own animation separate from the video of one's face, but he kind of deprioritizes those because they're a lot more work. But I don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Would it be kind of like in the same way that like how South Park animated like Saddam Hussein? That's
what I was picturing, but he said it's going to be in a little box, so I don't know how it's going to be arranged. I'm interested to see how it all comes out.
Sure.
But
sounds fantastic.
We did talk about that Batman film, and he was talking about how much Joe loves Batman Forever. And again, I just like tonight, I still couldn't remember which one was which, as far as which one Val Kilmer's in and which one George Clooney's in. But he loves that movie. He says that's a classic, stone cold.
It's insanely good. I still remember most of the lines from that movie. There's also a really good Flaming Lips song featured.
Which one is that?
Is there?
I think it's an original. I don't know what.
All I know is the U2 song, the Hug Me, Kill Me, Thrill Me, whatever.
It's not Hug Me.
That's the line.
What is it called?
Hold me, thrill me, kiss me, kill me.
There you go.
Hold me, thrill me, kiss me, kill me, right?
Okay.
Not hug me.
I don't know.
Hug me, dunk me.
Kiss from a Rose comes from that soundtrack as well.
And there was a Smashing Pumpkins song. Bangers? Remember, the end is the beginning is the end by Smashing Pumpkins? That was on maybe not the same as Kiss from a Rose, but it was another Batman soundtrack.
I must have had the soundtrack then.
Are you sure
what else is on it?
Your parents didn't throw it away for being too demonic?
I snuck it in.
Nice.
So the Flaming Lips song is called Bad Days.
Like DAZE?
Know that? No.
Oh.
It's a very Flaming Lips thing to do.
Gnarly.
Yeah. Smash It Up is featured in there by The Damned. Yeah, it's lots of bangers.
Is it like one of those Judgment Night or Spawn where they like take two groups?
Nick Cave is on it.
And like do the whole like Spawn was like metal and like techno groups.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that album. That CD got worn out.
Judgment Night was
Helmet and like it would be like Helmet and who did
Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill
Jump Around.
Yeah. Yeah, Helmet and House of Pain.
There you go.
And there was a rather good Mudhoney and Sir Mix-a-Lot song that I really like and still celebrate to this day.
Oh man, Filter and the Crystal Method,
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson and Sneaker Pimps,
Oh yeah,
Korn and
some-
the Dust Brothers,
yeah.
Stabbing Westward and Wink. Oh man,
Oh, some stabbing westward.
Silverchair and Vitro. This is, I mean, Metallica and DJ Spooky.
What album is this?
The Spawn.
Oh, this is Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Back in the, it was like the late 90s, early 2000s where they were doing like the mashup soundtracks.
Yeah. That would have been the early 2000s.
Soundtracks.
That's it.
You gotta love them.
Batman Forever.
Forever.
Batman Forever, forever. Jotham, to what have you been up lately?
I've been home sick all week since I talked to you guys last. We had our D&D game. I was a little sniffly, so it turned out I got a head cold, and I called in sick to work, and I watched a ton of movies this week. I'm feeling better now, but I literally watched movies all week long.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, I did get a paddle ball or a pickleball paddle. So I haven't tried it out yet because I've been sick.
Wait.
But I plan on trying it this weekend.
And you also just sent us a picture of some resistance bands, right?
And I got some resistance bands in the mail today. I have not tried those. So yeah, big things coming this weekend.
So your movies of choice when you're waylaid, totally laid in your bed. What type of movie are you looking for? Are you hitting the documentaries? Are you hitting action movies? Are you watching any animation? Are you checking out historical epics? What are you watching?
No animation. Probably about half or a little less than half documentaries. I was into mystery kind of thriller movies, and I really like finding critically acclaimed movies I haven't heard of. That's really fun for me. And then
Do you look for the
watching them?
You look for the little wings on the movie poster.
Oh yeah, that helps. But I don't know, Rotten Tomatoes best, like, I don't know, what's streaming on Netflix or Prime or I don't know, some kind of article.
Palme d'Or winners.
Yeah.
They talk about that at your fancy boy art school. The Palme d'Or.
But I started writing one sentence movie. They're really descriptions because the reviews for all these movies, I recommend them all. Every movie I saw, all 20 of them, I recommend. But I vetted them before. I knew I was going to like them, or I was most likely going to like them. So let's see. I picked a few we could go over.
Okay.
I feel like Jared could guess this one. But 1983 Cronenberg flick based on a King novel. Young Chris Walken plus 5-year coma equals Death Grips.
Dead Zone.
You got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. This next one's a documentary. 2020. Fuck Larry Nasser.
Is that the Olympic thing?
Athlete A. Yeah. Gymnastics.
Hmm.
This is a 2019 movie.
Wait, do you just jump right over that?
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Oh, okay. I guess the whole point is it's a one sentence description.
These are short.
These
are short.
Are you going to submit these to the scrolling channel that always has the TV guide on it? And you're going to be like, I can get the descriptions in there snappier. I can get them in quicker. I can get all the information across in way less time.
I don't want a 1,000-word essay. I don't want a full essay. Just hit me with some highlights real quick. So this next one is a 2019 movie, Bebop Twilight Zone homage, where a teen radio DJ and his sidekick hang out with aliens for a night.
I can't remember the name of it, but I watched that with Mandy. I like the way they had that kind of rat-a-tat 1950s dialogue.
Yeah,
the slang was actually like funny and good. It wasn't like cheesy.
It was unique. I mean, the whole movie. But yeah, the Vast of Night.
Vast of Night.
Was that a big release? Was that like an indie movie?
Yeah, it's pretty low budge.
Yeah, I never heard
budge.
And it's pretty short too. It's like 90 minutes, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
In and out.
In and out. All right, so this is 2019 documentary by Alex Gibney, Big Balls Russian oligarch takes on Putin.
Oh, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a Netflix? Or
It might have
Hubbo
been
Max.
Prime, but it was Citizen K.
Citizen K. Interesting.
That's
All right,
not where
this-
you learned about his favorite Beatles song, though.
No, that is not.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yes.
No, that's the
Yes.
day I found out what his favorite song is. It's Yesterday.
I watched. All right, so this next one's in 2019. This is not American. It's It was bleak and complex Romanian heist flick that featured English, Spanish, Romanian, and a whistling language they made up for the movie. So it was really
Cool.
kind of hard to follow, but it was pretty cool. It's called The Whistlers.
Oh,
Right on.
so that's a big plot point.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Corin, it sounded like you were making fun of it when you were like, cool, when he said the
No,
whistling
I like
language.
I think
there's a real whistling language in the world. I don't remember its origin, but
I don't know how they would have pulled that whistling part of it off, like when I was watching the movie, like, and how they learned it so fast. But it was cool. It was a cool idea.
yeah, it's an extant language.
Oh, it's extant?
And then I mean, there's literally 20. I'll do one more. This is 1998, Australian police procedural psycho thriller about a psycho killer. It's called The Interview. It was very good. It was all
ready
set
to-
basically in the police station. And actually, all these movies I watched, there was like a theme in a lot of them where the cops suck.
Yeah, there's no cute
All right.
stories about like, oh, I got a goat messed up my car, right?
Hey,
Feel
I
bad
stand
for
by
me.
that goat. It wasn't about feeling bad for the cop. It was about celebrating the goat.
The cop was too cute in the story.
So yeah, that was pretty much my week. I mean, I went to St. Pete for the first time in 6 months today to get a haircut, and now I'm back in Tampa.
Well, you're looking good, looking clean,
Thanks, bud.
well
Still
shorn.
sound a little congested.
I am still a little congested, but
Did
the show
you-
must go on.
Oh, what a professional! Did
Go ahead.
Did you, in your sickness, get the anxiety, the COVID anxiety?
You know what's funny is I had worse anxiety in the last 6 months over getting it than actually the first time being sick, because it was strictly a head cold. I didn't have any fever or any other symptoms. It was just congestion.
Mm.
So,
That's the difference
No.
between you and me, is that I would have just been convinced that COVID had changed.
I'm really surprised with how much I didn't freak out about it. I don't know
good.
why, but
Good for you.
I just leaned into it. I drank tons of sparkling water and slept a lot, and just rested. I started working out again today,
but what did you do for your sickness?
Took cold medicine.
Oh, okay. I imagine you always drink a lot of sparkling water and sleep.
Oh yeah, but like even more,
Yeah.
even more.
Corin,
Yes.
do you think COVID may have changed just because it got so famous?
The money changed
yeah.
it. Yeah.
The money.
The money.
The money and the fame.
I started coughing this week because of all of the smoke in the air. Everybody kind of contracted a smoker's cough, and I was immediately convinced that I was going to die from COVID-19. So
Did you test to see if you could still smell and taste things and treat that like it was like, oh, okay, this is definitive?
But yeah,
It's like,
this is science.
yeah, can I still
no.
sense garlic?
I did that seriously. I was like, I can still taste. I'm probably fine.
Does the smoke make everything taste like barbecue?
Like
The outside
smoky
smells like a
wine.
campfire.
Yeah.
Which is not always good.
No,
Sometimes it's all right.
not all the time.
Jared, have you spent this week watching documentaries like Jotham, who has a thirsty mind for knowledge, a mind thirsty for knowledge?
Hell no. No. I mean, about as far as documentaries that I watch is The Vow, which is very shocking, and
Sensational.
it makes me anxious watching that. like just it's an uncomfortable situation, but I can't stop watching it. Like I want to keep watching it, but it makes me really uncomfortable to watch
So it's as though you're in a situation where you know it's bad for you, for your anxiety and for your nervous system, but yet you're compelled and drawn to this kind of intangible force. So it's kind of like you were in the same position as those poor cultists.
Did anyone watch the new HBO show that came out this week? The Third Day with Jude Law.
No, saving that one.
Heavy midsummer vibes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh really? Everyone's going folk horror.
Culty. It's in like the country in Europe. Yeah, I think it's England or near Scotland.
That reminds me, I wanted to ask you guys, do you want to add an A24 logo to the beginning of the podcast on YouTube? Do you think that could help us out a little bit?
It'll lend
Help
an
our
air of
ratings.
authenticity.
Okay. Whoa. So sorry, I was just saying whoa
Was a Predator here?
because of the snort. Yeah. Is
Willie.
Predator here? So Jared, you know what we all want to know about. Come on, you're
My
building that
resistance bands
computer.
that I got.
Of course, your
The most that
resistance
I've been
bands.
getting with my resistance bands.
That and your
Let me
computer.
tell you all about it. No, it's my computer. Right.
Future computer.
Future computer. So on Thursday is when the graphics card that I'm trying to get for my new awesome computer went on sale, and I was online. And I had 3 sites open, all the retailers, smashing that F5 key to refresh, and at 9 they're going on sale at 9 a.m. and at 9:01 they were sold out. Despite I was like struggling, like I had one in the cart and it wouldn't let me check out, and then I had like 5 or 6 times I had one in the cart, it wouldn't let me check out, and then they were all on eBay, and it made me really fucking mad.
Cussing.
Sorry, man.
It's only 2.
He made that one count.
Illustrate my distaste with the situation.
My fire. It doesn't
But-
seem like any people at all have reported actually successfully purchasing any.
There was a couple that have like shown receipts, but there is a big conspiracy theory. People saying like they didn't, like, what did they do? Like produce 20 cards and like created this artificial like hype, what they call a paper launch. So they can
It's
tell
like a Supreme card.
they can tell the they can tell the board that they had a launch and it was successful, like, kind of thing. So anyways, I was scrambling for most of the morning, like trying to make that happen, and I happened to find a link on Amazon Germany.
Deutschland.
You know my history with Deutschland in that country. So it let me buy it, pre-order it, and it says that it's going to arrive Monday or Tuesday. However, they haven't taken my money yet, so I'm getting nervous.
That's pretty fast for them to claim it's going to be at your house from Deutschland.
Well, I paid extra for fast shipping. It was going to be like the 29th or the 30th. But
You couldn't
threw on
wait.
the extra no, I can't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it hasn't budged. It hasn't changed. But I do have an invoice from Amazon saying that they took my order and they say they're going to honor it. So we'll see.
In Deutschland.
Germans never lie.
Oh, that's an and a half.
The rest of my computer parts are sitting here, and I'm just waiting for that final piece to arrive. And I'm gonna put a little build video together, maybe a little compilation, like a gallery of the process.
Oh, maybe you'll do
Alright.
a time lapse.
Yeah,
Maybe
post a bunch
do
of
a time
reels on
lapse.
Instagram.
That's right. And it's gonna be beautiful and powerful and sexy.
Just like you. All those descriptors.
I made it
Strong
in my
legs.
image.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, and it's just, yeah, it's been a roller coaster of emotions the past couple of days trying to get a hold of this thing.
Yeah, that's a lot
Sounds
of
like you've been through a
And
lot.
it's a lot of money.
a lot of pieces.
A lot of pieces, a lot of money.
Yeah, I
lot
hear
of
it's a
pieces
lot of
of
money.
money.
A lot of uncertainty, a lot of money.
Are these the lyrics to my R&B hit single?
Excuse me.
Girl, In
A lot of
parentheses, it's a lot of
parentheses.
money.
I just said a lot of parentheses.
Girl, it's a lot of parentheses.
Girl, it's a lot of parentheses. Girl. Well,
Yeah, resistance bands.
Oh,
and, well,
sorry. Yeah, the
and,
resistance
yeah, I'm still
bands.
talking about my resistance bands.
Hold on,
so
I got
yeah.
a question. You got that sick bar that holds your arms in the right place to do curls.
Mhm.
You use that in conjunction with your resistance bands, don't you?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh boy.
I bet you sure look good. Like, do you ever have to answer the door like the pizza arrives just as you get all set up? Oh, Christ. You get stuck in the doorway. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ.
You just toss the pizza right in there.
Thankfully, it's rather easy to get on and off, but it's maxing out my gains, bro. It's making my pump way more effective.
Well, that's great.
These are good things for you.
hmm
We're all happy for you. You didn't tear down a door yet, right?
Not yet.
You're just using them like on your feet, right?
hmm
But eventually you're going to want to do moves that
Door stuff.
that just attaching it to your body will not suffice.
Correct.
You know, you're
Yeah.
going to need to connect it behind you, in front of you.
Yeah, I need that knot. I need that door knot.
Man, the idea of the
Anchor.
door knot terrifies me. Like, I swear it's going to crush your sternum.
Yeah.
There's no safe way to work out. Not at our age.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry. I hurt my back this week, like in my HIIT classes. I tweaked it what good, and
That's what I'm worried about.
What type of class is
Haven't been
this?
HIIT
Hit.
High intensity.
Oh.
intra-weight
Interval
training.
training.
Wait, so
We don't say
HIIT.
CrossFit anymore.
okay, but so this is the one where you throw your body around in unsafe ways
Yes.
and you hurt yourself somehow.
Yeah, you do very complicated things with heavy objects as fast as possible.
All right.
And it's weird that I hurt myself at 37 years old doing that.
Yeah. Oh, look, Gramps is flipping the tire across the parking lot again. Do you get a lot of that? You hear people saying that?
Yes. They
Sir,
all
are you
call me
okay?
Gramps. Oh, I mean, that was the worst part. Was like the teacher came over to me and was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, because I was like not moving well, and she's like, "Did you hurt yourself?" And like everybody like kind of stops and like watches me be hurt.
Oh, yeah.
no.
And they're not happy with you.
No, I'm fine. Well, just staying still for a moment.
You don't want to appear. You don't want to be the weak one in the group. Appear to be the weak one in the group that's keeping everybody back.
Not again.
You get picked off.
I spent the first good half of my life like that. Been working against that for a long time now.
So did you go to a doctor? Or are you just dealing with like just
I'm gonna tough
Advil's
it
getting you
out.
through this?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just a muscle thing. If I go to a doctor and they tell me it's something else,
Oh.
then I'll have to take care of it.
Like if it turns out to be a tendon thing, son of a bitch.
Yeah, or like a bulging disc.
You know.
I got those. No good.
Oh, poor guy. I'm sorry.
That's why I've been worried about doing the hit stuff. Like I always have a back thing going on.
Yeah, but I mean, is that stuff still respected in the workout community? No offense.
Yeah.
People are like,
Yeah,
this
they
is
have-
cool. This is good for you.
Okay, well, it's not good for
I
you.
guess
but
I guess
very-
football's not
very
good for you
few-
either, but people do
right.
it.
Exactly. Like powerlifting, Olympic lifting, all of that is very hard on
I
your
don't-
body. Even
I-
ballet is.
I don't know if we should start equating what you guys do with Olympic Olympic
Yeah, you really,
lifting.
really
Wow.
slid that in.
You know what we do? Hardcore Olympic heavy weightlifters.
Professionals.
Yeah.
I want to go. I visited a ninja gym one time for a trial. What you kind of like train to be on American Ninja Warrior. Like they have all those obstacles.
Oh, that
like
is
set
real
up.
ninja.
Some like
Like
fingertip
Yeah.
walls.
yeah, a lot of fingertip gripping, a lot of chalk, like and a lot of danger. Like it's a lot of like the first thing they teach you, like the whole thing is just like how to fall. Like here's how you fall correctly. Never fall with your hands out in front of you because you'll break your wrists. Like you're going to fall, you're going to land on your back, you're going to do this, and here's how to mitigate the damage. Like once you inevitably take a spill off of a high something. But it was great.
Just like falling flat on your back and losing all your air.
Yeah. Like all the different ways to yeah. But it was fun. I'd do it again, but it's prohibitively expensive.
Yeah,
actually,
most of these things
that
are.
gym.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just the cost of making that crazy contraption, they're probably still like waiting to break even
Yeah.
on memberships. Well, let me tell you what I've been up to the last little while. Still got school going on for these kids here in this house. A lot of good stuff still going on with that. I want to tell you a couple of second grade questions. Usually, as I've said, the teacher will go over the agenda for the day and ask if anyone has any questions about it. Most recent questions. Any questions about the agenda today? What's your favorite movie? What kind of food do you like? And what's your favorite animal? Like, she has to wade through these questions in order to get to people who have actually listened. But I mean, there aren't really a lot of people who have listened to the agenda. Like, this is second grade. Like, it's still pretty.
Yeah.
It's still pretty
What
loose.
is your favorite movie?
Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Requiem for a Dream.
What else?
Yeah, she told the kids that she likes Caligula. And then I know her favorite animal is the hippopotamus.
Come and see.
Good choice.
Yeah, she recommended the Russian shock horror war epic Come and See. We gave back Tucker, the dog that we kept for a week, that we were watching for a week. And I'll tell you, there's some chatter around the house. We've been investigating the idea that possibly the lady who is Tucker's caretaker might not actually want to keep Tucker. So we're entering a delicate dance where we're like, maybe she wants us to take Tucker. And
that's the right move.
You what?
I think that's the right move.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Y'all.
The best way to go into a situation like that is to just talk about it in front of our youngest Clara, and that way, when Becky showed up, I'm not going to say her name. when this person showed up, whose dog this is, we're like, "Oh, goodbye, Tucker. We're gonna miss you. Goodbye." And Clara says to her, "Are you gonna give us your dog?" And we're like, "Oh, Clara, come on, stop that. She doesn't want to give us your dog." So like,
where does she get these ideas?
So what she said is, "Well, you just let your mom know anytime you want Tucker to come visit, just call me and he'll come on over." And we're like, "Well, that's not what we want, man." But you know, obviously, there's her dog. She's got a strong bond to this dog, but we feel like we're like,
I feel like Tucker might like you more.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we come over here, we give him all the luxury. We let him like sleep on the bed instead of us.
I met Tucker this past weekend, and he is one supremely chill dude.
He is a real chill dude.
Like the most supremely chill dude that I've probably ever had the pleasure to meet.
He's like a cat that you can call, which is cool.
Yeah.
I like the more a dog is like a cat, the more I like him.
The only reaction to his name was usually just like an ear and an eyebrow raise, like when he's lying down there, just kind of. He's like Tucker, and one ear would kind of twitch and kind of gesture your way.
I love a good old dog.
Yeah,
a good
amazing.
old dog.
One thing I wanted to mention, I talked to Jared just before the show started about how his microphone is always like right on his mouth, and like it gives him a nice a nice clear projection when he's telling us his very funny opinions, points of view, and then it also gives us a nice clean like laugh for 5 to 10 seconds that overpowers all other attempts at speech on the program, and then it gives a slightly lower level for the next few minutes of kind of mouth snaps, like licking chops. And so what I was going to say to Jared is that I am completely on board with this microphone that catches every nuance of your personality from so close. But it's kind of like in Radiohead, you know how Johnny Greenwood's guitar is like really crazy loud compared to the rest of the band, but he uses it judiciously and, you know, picks his moments to, you know, really, you know, crush that distortion and stuff. And I was thinking that maybe you could just take the same approach. You've got all the volume in the world that you need, but like you really want to make your solos count.
So you should get a
Is this
gain
a very
pedal.
polite way to tell me to shut up?
No,
Tell me to not
no,
talk
no,
as
no.
much.
No, you know what? You know what I would.
You do a very special good thing and just do it less. You do
My
it so good that you need to do it
dream-
less.
My dream is for you to set up that other microphone of yours, and that way you can do what Corin does. Like when something's funny, he just goes like, and he just hides from the microphone for like 30 seconds at a time. Oh, don't do that. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Jared got out of the car
I mean,
and
it's
we're
the same
driving next to him. Jared, get back in the car. Jared, get in the car.
For the listeners, he's doing a very funny bit.
Yeah, he's
Where he
flipping.
pretends to laugh.
He's flipping his headset up, which mutes it, and then he's laughing a lot. What seems to be laughing. Okay, so
I will subtly second Alistair's opinion where I hope someday you bring back the other powerful microphone.
he had that
but-
powerful
Wow.
mic for the first
Man,
two episodes.
I know.
Ganging up on me.
I'm telling you,
It's
you
messed
had
up.
it so close to being dialed in, and then you were like, "It's too echoey in here." No, you got to just turn up the gain and get closer to it, or turn down the gain and get closer to it. I mean, I might give you some bad information. What
You
you're
don't
gonna
even know
wanna
what
do,
you want.
just stand
Figure
on
out
it
what
and
you want, then
spin.
tell me what you need, and then I'll try to accommodate. Didn't seem like you have a clear idea of what you want.
So yeah, that would be. I'd love to see that mic make a comeback. Sounding good, look professional. We'll see. Oh, God damn it! All right. So one last thing, Corin. I remember when you were last on the radio show. I feel like this happened. Tell me if this happened.
Okay.
There was a time when you were on the radio show and you mentioned, this is probably near the end of your run on the radio show at WMNF, however many years ago. Was that 7 years ago?
2014, I think would have been
Solid
the last
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
think.
makes sense. It was 2014 because that was right when I got my cameras. That's the timeline in my mind.
I can finally
my
take
cameras.
pictures now that Corin's gone.
So you
What did I do?
on a particular episode of the radio show, when we were saying, "Hey, what's going on with you?" You were like, "I went to a chocolate factory," and I was like, "Well, we'll hear about that in a little bit." And then we never went back and heard about the chocolate factory. And I wonder, what the hell did you mean? And if you have anything about the chocolate factory that you wanted to share with us today.
You want me to pull a chocolate factory memory for you?
Well, how
It
often did
wasn't-
you go?
No, it wasn't a chocolate factory. It was a chocolate festival.
So different.
Easy mix up.
That's super different.
Subtle differences. I went once, and it was a magical experience. I went with a past romantic interest of mine as a date.
Fuck off.
How many pounds of chocolate did you eat?
Past romantic interest of mine. Jesus, your fucking hobby.
I didn't want to say ex-fiance to blow it up.
Well, that makes it
That
way more
I-
specific.
In case she's listening.
Former
Oh,
lover.
God, I hope not.
Paramore.
Oh wow.
If I knew a Paramore song, I would sing one. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was delightful. I ate a lot of chocolate. There were chocolate fountains everywhere. They did like a chocolate sculpture competition. There was chocolate tastings.
Do you
there were
remember
chocolate
what-
pairings?
Do you remember what any of the chocolate sculptures were? Do you remember what they resembled, or what were they,
Yeah, they looked
modeled
like-
on other famous pieces of art? Like, was there a scream in chocolate?
Coco Lisa, Mona Lisa, but with chocolate.
I get it.
Okay. Got Jared.
Oh, he's doing a super polite.
He's doing the thing. He's doing the thing. No, they were all like abstract. They looked like
Doesn't have to do that.
The Scream.
like birds of paradise
Jotham.
plants and stuff.
Jotham, why'd you say the Scream? I said the Scream.
I thought you. Never mind. I heard Halloween in my head somehow.
So what did you think?
I was thinking Michael Myers.
I was suggesting that someone did the movie poster of Halloween in chocolate, or just a Michael Myers in chocolate.
No, Scream.
that would
The
be
poster
cool.
for Scream. The movie Scream.
Oh, you're thinking of Scream. I gotcha.
Chocolate fountains seem so unsanitary and gross
Now,
to me.
yeah, now I would never do that.
Well, what I was once told, possibly by the Food Network or Jared, is that most
I get
of
them
what
confused
is
all the
in a
time.
chocolate fountain is vegetable oil. So there's a very strong
Gross.
vegetable oil element in it to keep it liquid, even at relatively low temperatures. So once I learned that, I was like, oh, like
it's
I'll just eat these
open.
marshmallows plain.
Yeah,
It's just
I'd
open
rather
to
do
the
queso
air.
then.
Yeah, I mean,
Queso fountain?
yeah, I'd do a queso
Yeah.
fountain, but it
I
couldn't
mean, if
be
it's got
chunky.
vegetable oil in it, I don't know.
Yeah, queso's already vegetable oil. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Sounds
If I
good.
had
Yeah.
to choose, gun to my head.
I always think you're saying
Gundam.
Gundam.
I
Yeah.
heard Gundam too.
Yep. Gundam
Like,
Do
my
I say
head.
that? Do I say that a lot?
No, we're just nerds.
Well, guys, do you want to get into a little bit of trivia?
Yeah, I'll be back in 1 minute, but yes.
Okay. We'll let Jotham run along, get whatever it is he needs to get. I guess this will be cut out. Music's playing now.
Look at Jotham.
Hello. We're back on Grand National Championships. Now is the time in the show where we...
Oh boy.
Oh
It's
boy.
time for
every human's favorite question and answer fun game. I already knew that a long time ago with your host, Corin Atchison.
Oh!
That's right. Someone got a promotion this week.
Special guest trivia privileges.
Is he getting paid?
Yep. You're not?
I want you to know I just played James Hetfield saying no.
Oh.
There could be
Thank you
more
for
funny
telling
jokes like that happening that I won't bother to bring up. You'll just hear them when you hear the broadcast. To the listener at home, the rest of the hosts of the program cannot hear the audio clips that I'm playing. So if there's a little bit of confusion caused by them, just feel good knowing that you're hearing everything all at once, more so than we are right now.
So, that being said, last week's trivia game stuck with me. It made a huge impact. My brain was bubbling over with ideas all week.
To anyone
And,
who's listening for the first time, what was last week's trivia?
it was mashups of directors and something else at the end to form some kind of portmanteau, a single word or name or phrase by joining those two things. So we've got another round of that. Portmanteau, no, you didn't. And it starts off pretty straightforward, and then we're going to get progressively harder and more abstract. And the way this is going to work is the first name is always going to be an actor or actress, and the second part will be a thing.
Actor and a thing, much in the way that it was a director and a thing.
Yes.
All right.
And in the middle of the two descriptions, I'm going to say plus as the point where this is the...
I feel like that's an improvement on the way that I did it.
I just wanted to have a good division line.
Jared, hey Jared, I'm sorry about what I said about your microphone. I I just want you to sound as good as you can. And I feel like already I'm getting a lot of negative energy, and I apologize. I want you to you're acting like a sad mime.
Sulking. I guess I can't talk anymore.
He's holding a little flower, and it like wilted. Aw, look at him.
He let his balloon go. It's terrible.
You publicly shamed me
Listen,
in front of our audience.
I tried.
Take it offline if you got an issue. Jesus
I did talk.
Christ.
I did talk to you offline. You were like,
I know.
But
So
then-
why'd you have to do it again?
because I feel like it's the huge, loud elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. People are going to think we
Guys.
don't know that it's happening.
This is a good energy to begin a competition.
Yeah, I hate these two. Jotham, you spineless asshole. Sorry.
Whoa!
I know. Whoa. Jotham just took a
Just sitting here
collateral
politely.
damage.
That's what I'm saying. You're not even stepping up and taking a side.
Figured you guys can figure that out.
Jesus.
Yeah, this has
All
been
right.
building for 30 years.
Yeah. Question 1. An actress and daughter of a rock star who appeared in her dad's music videos and as the elf Arwen, plus a modern rapper, songwriter, actor, visual artist, and musician
Alistair.
behind... Yes, Alistair.
Liv Tyler, the creator.
Correct.
Damn it.
He didn't even let me finish.
Sorry.
Good. That's fine.
Jared,
I
say
was going
it.
to say her name was Arwen, but I couldn't remember what her real name was.
Yeah, that's a hard one to portmanteau just by itself. Number 2. This young actress and singer appeared in Spring Breakers, Hotel Transylvania, and Spy Kids 3D, and was named after a famous Tejano singer who died tragically young. Plus, the patriarch of a creepy and kooky family
Alistair.
of lovable monsters. Yes.
Selena Gomez Adams.
Yes. All right. This is 2 for Alistair and
How many
0.
questions we got?
15.
There's still time.
There's
Plenty
still
of time.
time. There's still time. I believe in all of you. I tried to use some newer references. I've tried not to only do things that Alistair and Jared and I would know.
Thank
What
you.
are you trying to say?
Unfortunately, one of those was Selena Gomez
I
Adams.
couldn't think of her name.
Question 3. A martial arts star from Thailand who loved to show off his knees and elbows in The Protector. Plus,
Alistair.
Early to... Go ahead.
Tony Ja Rule.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's only one
It's the
real
only-
thing. it could've
Right,
been.
yeah. Which famous person named Ja is it?
All right. Now, number 4. An actress most famous for her pivotal roles in Avatar, Star Trek, and as the green-skinned daughter of Thanos, plus singer, songwriter, and disco queen known for Last Dance and Hot Stuff.
I'm drawing a total.
Drawing a blank on her
Actress.
name.
Yeah.
Known for Star Trek, daughter of Thanos, and the singer known for Last Dance and Hot Stuff. A
Wait.
disco star.
God damn it.
Oh, Jared.
Jared, go.
Zoe Saldana Summer.
Ah,
Correct.
perfect. Exquisite. I'm loving these.
All right.
Oh wait, sorry. Let me get Jared a. Yeah.
Number 5. An actor known for his rough facial features who appeared in Battlestar Galactica, Miami Vice, and Blade Runner. Plus, a Cameron Crowe film about a young
Jared.
reporter. Go, Jared. You got
Edward
him.
James Almost Famous.
Correct.
Point of order.
Okay.
I would like to point out. No, never mind. It was a clean kill. Never mind.
All right. I have to use my hands for this one.
Oh. Sorry, I don't know why I said like Ed McMahon for a second.
Yes.
I apologize.
Stoked.
I'm telling you, I'm getting really jazzed about this this trivia.
I'm loving your energy for this. All right, watch me here. This actor was part of the Jackass crew, CKY videos, and had his own TV show wherein he tortured his parents on MTV. Plus, Hawkeye from the MCU, musical genius, and personal app failure.
Alistair. Bam
Alistair.
Jeremy Renner.
Yes.
You know, I wanted to bring
That's
up.
good.
I wanted to bring up at some point, maybe during the news on this program, some information that Jotham shared with me. I think it was Jotham who shared with me about a potential story being told of the Jeremy Renner podcast. I mean,
It
the
was me,
Jeremy
but-
Renner app. Oh, that was you.
Yes.
Okay.
You get us confused all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm always
we're
doing
both,
that.
We're both very handsome.
Well, we'll talk about the
you.
Renner app possibly later on, but it's it's in the air.
Yes. Okay. Number 7. This 90s teen heartthrob appeared in Home Improvement and was known by a 3-letter acronym. Plus, an Italian philosopher, friar, priest, and saint who is one of the Catholic Church's greatest theologians.
Alistair.
Yes, Alistair.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas Aquinas.
Correct.
Thank God.
This is where they're starting to ramp up a little.
I feel like I am. Never mind. Go ahead. Winning. I'll just say that.
Okay. This is, I mean, Alistair's got 5, Jared's got 2.
I don't want to talk
Jotham,
about it.
I'm so sorry. Maybe you can do the trivia next week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
I feel like
Let's
everybody
not-
is being insulted
I'm
in
not
different
dogging on
ways.
him.
Yeah.
So
Let's keep
condescending. Maybe
Damn
you
it.
can do it.
You know what? Having being, I can tell you, having some experience with it, being the trivia master can really give you a real sense of power. So I understand what Corin's going through right now.
You did it again. All right. Number 8. This actress, known for her roles as Mia Wallace and Beatrix Kiddo in Tarantino movies, also played a campy version of DC villain Poison Ivy, plus a musical based on the story of Don Quixote.
Alistair,
Yes, Alistair.
Uma Thurman of La Mancha.
Correct. I feel like Alistair and I have a lot of the same knowledge of things. Which is an unfair advantage.
And we both share an Apple Notes account. We have a lot in common.
Number 9. A young actor with an angular face who starred in Call Me By Your Name and is the lead role in the upcoming Dune movie. Plus, a famous phrase from one of the world's most famous sci-fi franchises, a saying uttered
Alistair.
by space knights who do space magic and fight with laser
Alistair
swords.
still?
Alistair.
Is it Timothy Chalamet? May the force be with you.
It is.
Okay. All right.
All right, okay, boy.
I may have a lag advantage. I'm hosting.
Shh, we'll say
Alistair
that.
has to have a
Yeah.
shotgun.
This is
That's a Halo term.
7-2. Just FYI.
Yeah, we shut out yet?
No.
There's still time.
There's still time. All right, Jotham. You've got as much of a chance on this next one
See,
as anybody.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
got
it's
we
a
got to
fucking
stop.
lie.
We got to stop addressing things specifically to Jotham because it really shines a spotlight on his poor performance.
But I wrote this. You'll see. Never mind. Okay. Number 10.
Okay.
This iconic actor is a key ingredient in the recipes for The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. Plus, this saying is used by bootlicking fascist idiots on their stupid fucking snake flag.
Alistair.
Go, Alistair.
Marlon Brand, don't tread on me.
Correct.
That makes a lot of sense. I got it from the clue.
Thanks. All right.
Should I stop? Should I stop?
Should you stop trouncing these other two young men? Number 11. This actor and director has appeared in his own films, including Thor Ragnarok and Jojo Rabbit. Plus, an American blues guitarist, singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist.
Alistair.
Oh my God, are you really going to get this? Go, Alistair. Say something.
Taika Waititi, T-Bone Burnett?
No.
T-Bone Walker. Fuck.
Well, yeah, you said it the second time. I don't feel like I should give you a point for
No,
that.
of course not. I should probably have a point taken away because I yelled something and someone else could have had a turn to get it.
Yeah, because the end of the clue was innovator of jump blues and electric blues, whose name is a cut of meat and a verb for ambulating. So I feel like anybody's game on that one.
And I apologize for cutting you off after you obviously put so much work into that particular clue. Let me read the whole thing.
I did not expect anyone to get T-Bone Walker, so I really put
First
the work
thought,
into
best
it.
thought. I fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, I blew it.
Number 12. This actor starred as Venom, Max and Fury Road, and Bane, plus a famous Beatles album and movie, but minus the A.
Jotham.
Yeah.
Tom Hard Day's Night.
Yeah! Jotham did it!
He's on the
Jotham
board.
won the whole game.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 13. An actor with distinct eyes who starred in Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai, Last King of Scotland, and appeared in Black Panther. Plus, a green-skinned amphibian puppet who has a romantic relationship with
Alistair.
a violent frog.
Wallister.
Oh, what?
Forrest Whitaker, Kermit the Frog.
Oh.
Correct.
What did I start
Amphibian
to say?
puppet.
I started to say Whitaker, amphibian puppet.
Yeah. Okay. Number 14. We'll see how this one goes. This one is just for me. An actress who got nasty with Billy Bob Thornton in Monsters Ball and played Storm in the X-Men. Plus, a book written by Dee Brown covering the history of Native Americans in the American West in the late 19th century that shocked the world with its frank and honest look at the atrocities faced by Native Americans in the U.S.'s westward expansion.
Alistair.
Okay.
Halle Berry long book title.
It's close.
Jared,
Go for it.
take a stab. Halle Berry, Me Not at Wounded Knee.
Oh, so close.
Bury my heart.
Bury my heart at
Ah.
Wounded Knee, yeah. Halle Bury my heart at Wounded Knee. I can just give that to Jared. That's fine.
You know what?
Preach.
I'll donate 3 of my points to Jared.
Okay, so last question.
Oh, I thought that was the last question.
No,
I'd
one
like
more.
to take my 3 points back, please.
Okay. An actress and media mogul who appeared in The Color Purple and her own long-running daytime talk show and magazine, plus a political rebranding of a fast food favorite after a French opposition to
Alistair.
the invasion.
Be honest. Who got it?
Jared.
Don't be honest.
Oprah win Freedom Prize.
Correct. That's the game, everybody. Alistair won by a small lead. Great job. Thanks for playing. Thanks for letting me play. I had a great time.
That was great. Do you guys ever want to be trivia masters?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, if you guys have time between your extracurricular activities. Corin's an attorney.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything.
Yeah. That makes you the best trivia master of all because you know procedure, right?
Yep.
So guys,
That's me, Mr. Procedure.
do you get my father, Dr. Procedure, is a much more serious man. Do you want to get into some news?
Yeah. Sure.
Corin can go first.
Oh no. Somebody else go first.
Jared, go first.
Okay. With thousands of Oregonians forced from their homes and dozens of wildfires burning, reasons for optimism in the state may seem elusive, but one small example can be found in Forest Grove, a herd of 230 fire-preventing goats. For the next week, they'll be eating the dry undergrowth in a 14-acre grove that someday may be a city park. So this guy has a company where he has a fleet of goats, a herd of goats, whatever, and takes them out somewhere, and they eat all the dry brush, preventing the spread of the wildfire. Firefighting goats. How
That's
about that?
great.
We've got a little bit of goat news every week.
I want to see him with little helmet, little hats on.
Yeah. Put them in little outfits.
With fire
Amazing.
hats, yeah.
You know what I just learned, I think yesterday, it was yesterday or early today, is that mountain goats aren't goats. They're a completely different animal. I mean, they're kind of like goats, but they're not considered goats. They're called mountain goats, but they're a different thing.
But they really?
Yeah,
Are they sheep?
maybe
No,
that
that's a ram. A
mountain
ram is a sheep.
ram is a sheep. A
What's
mountain
an
goat.
ibex?
That's a different thing too. It just has beautiful horns, right?
Yeah.
Just has beautiful horns. It's more than just its horns.
That's all it has going on.
I mean,
So superficial.
it's a nice ibex, but get a load of these horns. But does an ibex? Does that also climb? It's not known for climbing like a mountain goat. Mountain goats climb like sheer walls. Like they're the ultimate ninja warriors, if you ask me.
It's true.
I felt like Jotham for a second. Sorry. So firefighting
It's
goats.
$800 a day to get a fleet of goats.
How
to
many
cover,
How many in a fleet?
230, and basically they release them. They put a fence around the area, and as the goats move and consume the dry brush, they move the fence. Like the guy's job is to move the fence with them, so he just kind of like guides them around, and they eat all the bad stuff.
From what I've seen on documentaries, if they had a few capable dogs, they wouldn't need a big fence. Aren't dogs supposed to herd animals?
He does have 2 dogs, but that help. But I mean, 200. I guess it's a little bit more than dogs can manage, and he doesn't want goats like running off and losing a goat.
I guess the dogs don't take it as seriously as some other goats. Dogs.
Are you saying this guy has lazy dogs?
Yeah, or he's not putting in the work to train them properly.
Oof.
They don't even know what they're supposed to be doing out there. I'm throwing down the gauntlet.
All right.
I'm going to meet this guy at high noon, and we're going to talk about.
What are you even doing out here?
So, do you? Yeah. Well, the country is being devastated by flames right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there a place that we could bring goats in from to maybe take care of places where it'd be safe for them?
Europe.
What's the most populous? I'm sure you have this information at your fingertips. In what country are goats most populous? Think South America. The country of South America. All right, guys. Jotham.
I'm looking for it. Hold
Oh,
on.
sorry. Okay. I'm just glad somebody's taking something seriously.
Where are the most
China.
Most goats at?
China.
Not in Skyrim. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
It's autofilled in Skyrim.
Where are the most goats in Skyrim?
China. I guess they
Yeah.
have the most everything, though, right? I mean,
So we even have to get our goats from China? Anyway, I would imagine most of the area currently being devastated horrifically by wildfires. It probably wouldn't be feasible to throw some living goats in there to chomp up the land that's in its path. So what I'm saying, I'm out, Jared. I'm not shipping in on this. Not even for you, Corin. I think there are
slowly
more.
putting away my PowerPoint presentation that I had prepared. It's like,
Oh, well, I understand.
I guess the West can just die in fires. Thanks, Al.
yeah.
Jotham, what's in your news?
I wanted to follow up on a story I reported on when we were on the radio. about an Anchorage dentist who defrauded Medicaid and extracted a patient tooth while riding a hoverboard.
Yes, I saw this.
Yeah, so anyways, that guy's an asshole, but he got sentenced to 12 years in prison this week. And he's found guilty by a jury for 46 charges, including Medicaid fraud, embezzlement, reckless endangerment, and unlawful dental acts.
Okay, so what did he do?
There's video
all sort
of
of
him
stuff.
on a hoverboard extracting a tooth, and then he like goes into the hallway and spins around and puts his hands in the air. But he had this whole scheme that they caught him with, where like the IV sedation isn't the Medicaid patients don't have to pay for it, but he had a way of like unjustifiably like giving them more or like. So he it was he billed $2 million.
That's more than I make in a week.
That's more than Core gets paid for the radio show.
It was a little confusing because you were like, this dentist defrauded multiple insurance parties by extracting a tooth on a hoverboard, and he's going to jail for 46 years. It's like, what did he do? It's like, did Medicare specifically ask about the hoverboard? And like, okay, but it's like, it's different things.
Again?
It was
Like, was he doing it for the gram and just got carried away, and then he got carried away with it and couldn't go back to doing shit normally?
So it was insurance fraud, but also this reckless act of extracting a tooth on a hoverboard.
Yes. Yes.
And
that
did they all
ultimately
happen
was
around the
insurance
same
fraud.
time? Sorry.
No, I think it was over a long period of time.
Yeah.
I read this story.
Oh, so he
Two.
didn't charge $2 million just for one weekend.
for one afternoon.
one
No.
tooth.
Yeah.
That would be
It was a big
lugubrious.
tooth.
Giant. So seeing this tooth.
I had to use my hoverboard to get it out.
He couldn't reach it. He was just using the hoverboard as a step stool.
That's
A
right.
very tall patient. Corin, what's in your news?
Okay. New electronic skin can react to pain like human skin. Researchers have developed electronic artificial skin that reacts to pain just like real skin, opening the way to better prosthetics, smarter robotics, and non-invasive alternatives to skin grafts. The prototype is developed by a team at RMIT University in Melbourne, Australia, and can electronically replicate the way human skin senses pain. This has functional sensing prototypes, which researchers team say will help them with medical advancements and such. But what we're really interested in is how to make electronic skin for stretchable electronics, combining oxide materials with biocompatible silicon to deliver transparent, unbreakable, and wearable electronics as thin as a sticker.
Unbreakable is just begging someone to go after it, you know?
And why are the people in charge of making cyborg skin obsessed with making you feel pain? Wouldn't the benefit of having cyborg skin to like
don't feel pain.
not feel the pain?
You would think, yeah.
I mean,
Or
I guess
like, and hey, here's some new replacement skin, and it still hurts. By the way,
I would opt out of the pain.
yeah.
Maybe
Like, why
there's
is
a
that even a feature?
maybe there's a switch you can throw. I'm sure a physician or a neurologist or something like that would say that being able to sense pain is a crucial feedback sensor that humans are blessed with. But yeah, I mean, why
If you're
can't?
putting it on a prosthetic limb, like
Yeah, I don't know. Like, oh no, it got crushed in the car door. Like now I got to buy a new one. But I don't also
Bill
want to feel what
Medicaid.
that's like.
I
Defraud
think,
Medicaid.
Yeah, I
on a
think maybe
hoverboard.
when you want to RP in real life.
we put the skin on the robots, so they feel pain.
Oh,
I think they're giving us a leg
Oh, so
up in the
brilliant.
future fight.
so you're saying like the robots gain empathy for our condition after they
I
feel
was
pain.
I was saying at least we could hurt
Just
them.
punish them.
Oh, I went the other way with it. Like, oh, well, maybe it gives the robots perspective.
Ow,
instead of
ow,
going to
this is what
instead
it's
of-
like. Ow, ow.
Now we don't want to kill you anymore.
I'd be mad too.
Now we want to destroy you and save you from this wretched existence of yours. A constant life of pain.
Man, guys, I just want to take a step back and say we all do really good robot voices.
I know.
Give yourself a pat on the back, each of you.
Well, aware.
Yeah, that's a really good plan. Is to Corin's plan to just punish them with pain. We could really load them up with like extra sensors.
But
So when the
wouldn't the
war
robots
comes,
be like building themselves?
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
they would,
but they're
like,
gonna
work that out?
they're gonna program what we tell them to program. If we plant the seed early enough on, they might never think to manufacture any of their evil colleagues without the pain sensors. You know, it's just going to be ingrained in them.
So the pain will be hard encoded, so they can't.
It's in the
can't
BIOS.
change it.
The BIOS. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a firmware update.
Yes. What's my news story? Two amateur investigative journalists made a 6-part podcast about Jeremy Renner's shitty app. Jeremy Renner's now defunct app, a social media platform for Renner heads to connect with one another, has become little more than a footnote in his career. Caroline Goldfarb and Sarah Ramos haven't forgotten it, though. Far from it, these two are so fascinated by the late app that they've created a 6-part podcast series called The Renner Files, devoted to thoroughly exploring the software and some of Renner's history. It's kind of done like a true crime podcast, they say, that's not necessarily about true crime at all. It looks to answer the questions of why exactly Oscar-nominated actor Jeremy Renner had an app in the first place, and what its creation says about the dangerous side of celebrity fandom, the ethics of audience exploitation, the celebrity influencer complex, and the destructive power of ironic internet comedy. That, of course, is the app that was overwhelmed by trolls in the and within like a week or so of people starting to realize how this app could be gamed and exploited, it shut down, and Jeremy Renner offered a very earnest kind of down talking to the people, like, this could have been something really cool if you didn't make it all about dirty internet jokes.
I didn't know about the Jeremy Renner thing, or I saw that it was a thing, but I assumed it was like, I didn't realize it was, the app was his doing. Like it was an official thing. I thought it was something that fans put together as like a goof, but it was like he did it for real. Like it was like his team, his camp, put this together. And
it was his PR.
Wow.
Official brand.
Wow.
I learned some weird things about Jeremy Renner this week too. He was a millionaire before he became a movie star, but he became a millionaire by flipping houses.
He was a real estate mogul?
Yeah, he was in the real estate business. I don't know about a mogul, but a carpenter. He would buy old houses and fix them up himself and sell them. And then he used that to fund his acting career.
What, like getting lessons?
Well, I mean, paying for an agent and stuff.
Well, and just paying to live while you're trying to get roles.
Classes.
Yeah. He wants to raise up levels. I don't know that. I'm sure they have levels.
Intensive.
5-day intensive. Yeah.
They're very expensive.
For my first 5-day.
It's like $15,000. Yeah,
like,
flip a couple houses.
To sit in like a dilapidated office park building with like with a whiteboard and some people just like saying a bunch of words at you, like, oh, you're completely worthless.
Yeah.
Here's how to become not
but
so
you're
worthless.
just choosing to be in pain about that.
It's all
If
your
you just
choice.
let it go, I think this is you being afraid of success.
Yeah. Oof.
I think between the four of us, we could bilk some people out of some serious money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's defraud Medicaid.
Let's just do it out in the open here. Do you guys want to do a separate podcast that's just like planning to like find
Planning the heist.
a legal way to bilk people? How could we find the people who deserve to be bilked the most? What'd you say, Jared?
Shepherd's pie. We already had this conversation.
Jared is convinced that a calendar about German shepherds inside like giant. Okay.
Australian shepherds.
Australian shepherds.
Sorry, Australian shepherds.
Like I say, I mean, we could go German. We could branch out, diversify.
Oh well,
Shepherd.
I didn't know there were going to be 2 breeds of dog involved, so we'll definitely get rich.
Yeah.
Getting
It'll
the
be
market
2 separate
of
calendars.
2
I don't know
separate
this
calendars.
scheme. What's the scheme?
It's a calendar.
So-
Jared wants to make a calendar with dogs in it and sell it to
how
become
people
rich.
get money from calendars.
You're gonna sell calendars.
Because dog people will buy anything. Just make enough of them, they'll buy them.
It's a can't lose investment.
That's what
Do you
it
think we
sounds
could
like.
get your family on board? Ask your mom and dad.
Sure.
Get some money. Next time you show up to the podcast, bring a bunch of money.
This came from a long string of Jared presenting to Alistair and I ideas to get money from stupid people.
Yes.
You just show up. This is what we're gonna do.
Well,
I've got an
wait,
idea.
Alistair, what's
We're gonna
the
get a couple dogs.
sidekick from the best show? He sold calendars and he sold out of all of
John
them.
Worster.
Mike. No.
Producer Mike.
Yeah. He had calendars.
This was like in the early days where like that they had like those sites just started popping up where you could put your own images on like a coffee cup or shirts or calendars or whatever. So that was like just becoming a thing, like Cafe Press, and now it's like everywhere. So I don't think now is the time to do that. I think the moment for Shepherd's Pie has passed.
Man, I'm really sorry that I
Now there's
never once
Pinterest, now
believed in
there's-
it.
Yeah, you should have
got
hopped
on
on that
board.
when you had a chance.
But you see that as something that slipped by, like in the past. Like if you had done
That
it,
was my
you really could have
$1 million
had
baby.
a tiger
Yeah.
by the tail, a shepherd by the tail.
$1 million tiger by the tail, baby.
You know what? You know what we do nowadays? We do it as an app, like Jeremy Renner.
Oh, that's good.
We
yeah.
do a Shepherd's Pie app. We'd update it.
Just-
We'd do a membership, $5 a month, and
Yeah.
we'll probably get
OnlyFans.
in the first month. We'll probably get 250, 500,000 followers or subscribers, and then
Easy.
we're just updating with pictures of Australian shepherds or German shepherds inside
Or
kind
shepherd's
of
pie.
clothes that look or like beds that look like pie crusts and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe even huge pie crusts, as long as they're cool and they don't harm the dogs.
I say we do a
and they're safe
shepherd's
for them
pie.
to eat.
Yeah.
You mean, or just like a
12
regular,
different types of shepherd's pie.
like just with
Yeah.
potatoes and ground beef and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm also into that.
Peas and corn. Yeah.
All
I'll tell
right.
you what, after looking at one of them, I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to be hungry for the other. So,
Ask something. Do you like shepherd's pie with crust or without crust? Ever had
without
it,
without
like-
crust, I've never had it with crust. I never thought to.
I've
Yeah.
never had it
with
without.
crust.
Yeah.
I bet it's good. Why
That's
not?
good.
With
Is
would be
it-
like the proper English way.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is that like is there another name for that in English culture? Like, is that pasty?
I don't know. It was a shepherd's pie. It
I
was
think-
all the ingredients in a shepherd's pie and a pie crust.
If I may,
Cheese.
what Corin's talking about is spotted dick.
Always.
That's not spotted dick. Did you guys see the movie King Ralph?
Yes, I think the climax of that movie
Climax?
centered around him having to eat spotted dick.
Yeah.
That was
That's the
not.
only thing I know
That
about
was
that
not
movie.
the climax of the movie. There's a part of the movie.
That was
There's
that
a
was the main conflict.
Quiet, please. That is not. You're misrepresenting this film completely. In this film, in which
John Goodman.
Dan Connor is called upon to become the King of England after the entire royal family dies in a photography accident. There's a point where one of his advisors is pointing out all the food on the table. And he's like, we also have spotted dick. And it pans over and it shows like this like very like phallic looking dish, like all covered in raisins or something. He's like, not that one. And then he points at the other thing and it's just like a pudding. But like they made a point of like, let's say spotted dick. And then we're going to put out something on the screen that looks like a spotted dick. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to be hilarious.
And him eating it took 30 minutes.
He
It was like the
didn't
main.
Okay. Now I know you're just funning around. He didn't eat anything. Jared, are you holding a screwdriver?
Yes.
Okay.
He has
Are
been.
you going to fix
He's
the
getting ready to
podcast?
build that. He's going to build that computer the moment it arrives.
I'm just waiting for that part to arrive.
Could be
Is
any
this
time.
bothering you? I mean, sorry. I've been fidgeting with it. Hey.
That's all right. Well, guys, we are about to wrap it up. I wanted, all have suggested that we talk a little bit about the music that is on our Spotify playlist this week. We're, again, not playing any music during the program itself tonight, but we are referring people over to our Grand National Championships playlist. If you search for the GNC show or Grand National Championships, you should find it. This week, we're going to hear some Dog Joy. That's Catherine from Pleasure's side project. And also, I
Something
think
about the night.
Jasmine is part of that as well. Jasmine from Fake Nudes, Soapbox Soliloquy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, Dog Joy. The song is called Feed Me Poison. We're also going to hear some Tribe Called Quest, some new Doves. Jared reminded me of that new Doves coming out. The album is called, what's it called? Universal Want.
Mhm.
We're going to hear a song called Broken Eyes. That album's pretty great. If you like Doves, it's good stuff. Some Y Oak that came out this summer, some new Dorian Concept, and some Sly and the Family Stone Funky.
Y Oak and Tim Heidecker have an album coming out next week.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see if they
Okay.
do.
something about death.
Weird. All right.
Corin, what's on your list?
I mean, the things I added, I realized that last week I talked a big game and then didn't add my stuff in time. So I have added now 2 Black Soul songs and a Bell Witch song, which were the 2 artists from Seattle Tacoma that I talked about last week. And I also found a new artist I added. The artist is named Ogre You Asshole. And it is a Japanese band, I think. The album and the track name are in kanji, and I don't know what they're called.
I like the
but
artwork. They're kind of like
the music-
balloon head things.
Yeah, it's very good. It's kind of bubblegum poppy. It's really nice.
Wait, so do you want both of these Black Soul songs to be on the playlist this week?
You can pick one.
Okay.
That's fine.
The thing is, I tell these guys, the co-hosts, to keep playlists, and I pull from the playlist to make our main show playlist, and it always includes 6 songs from each of us, 6 tracks from each of us. And when we have an extra guest, their picks will be at the top of the list along with our 24, 6 from each of us. But you guys have these huge long lists, and the ones you're naming are at the bottom of the list. So if I pull those, I'm never going to get to the ones that you added first. I'm just intimidated by the size of all your playlists.
No. Well, I can narrow it down. I mean, I can tell you that I would like to feature 1950 from King Princess.
Okay.
I have been obsessed with that track for a little while now. It's a newer artist to me. I think they've been around for a while, but it's a really good like pop love song by a I think female vocalist. I don't know their gender, but it's very good. It's sultry. I'd say it's sultry.
Okay. I'll take that sultry description. And yeah, you're gonna have to. I'll get with you off the air about which ones I should add specifically. I'm all
Okay.
flustered. Jared, what do you have on the playlist?
I have, excuse me, Mouth Breather by the Jesus Lizard from Goat. Probably one of my favorite songs and probably one of the most like aggressive, energetic songs and one of the best riffs that's like ever been written.
That was my gym album for a long time. Like,
Yeah.
that one was a go-to.
Wait, is it Goat? What album?
Goat,
Goat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good gym music. It is. It gets the blood flowing.
It's chunky.
Sure does.
It's very chunky.
Stranger in a Strange Land by Leon Russell and the Shelter People. I'm a big Leon Russell fan. I've been diving down the Leon Russell hole more often than not lately. I don't really like him. Goth Star by Picture Plane, which is a really awesome song that features a sample by that song Seven Wonders by Fleetwood Mac.
I don't think I know that. Is that Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham era Fleetwood Mac? Or is it
Yes.
like Peter Green Fleetwood Mac?
Oh, then I don't know. It's definitely Stevie Nicks because she
Okay, well,
sings.
they come as a package deal.
Package deal. A Kate Bush cover by Placebo called "Running Up That Hill," which is really that I really like. The Games We Play by Pusha T from his album Daytona from a couple years ago. I think he's like one of my all-time favorite MCs. And Heroes by Ronnie Size, which is a good running track that I've been listening to a lot lately while I run.
Hold on just a second. Jared, okay.
What?
I don't want to do this publicly, but here it
Oh,
goes.
God.
No,
Not again.
you're describing the things that have been on the playlist for the last week. I'm picking new ones.
I thought you said. I thought we already did it. Okay, my bad.
Man.
All right, new ones.
Oh,
Here
God.
we go.
Start
Reset.
over. Cut all that. Alistair, cut that.
I'm doing
Start
it by,
here.
I'm doing it by hand on
Time-
analog
Ask me-
tape.
ask me the
Timestamp.
Timestamp. Ask me the question now.
I refuse.
All right, we don't have to go through it again. I can explain what we listened to last week, or unless you really want me to go through it.
Okay. And so every week, the three of us will talk about what we're putting on this week, and you will talk about 6 of the songs out of the 24 plus that you put on.
Real quick. William Devon, "Be Thankful for What You Got," which is a really awesome old R&B song. A song from the New Knowledge album, 1980? Is that what it's called?
Nah, it's playing. 88, 1988.
88, yeah.
That's when the Bash Brothers took Oakland by storm. Jose Canseco went 40-40.
The "How Near, How Far" by "And You Will Know Us" by the Trail of the Dead. "Holy Ghost" by the Bar-Kays. "Me and Your Mama" by Childish Gambino.
It's a good opening track.
I love that song.
Yeah, when it kicks in, that's great.
"Hang Up the Spurs" by Sin Mechanica from their most recent-ish album.
All right. And Jotham, what journey are you going to take us on musically on our Spotify playlist?
First, I'd like to correct myself. It's not Tim Heidecker and Wye Oak. It's Tim Heidecker and Wise Blood.
Okay.
Great.
So, anyways,
I'm as interested.
Well, that I was just correcting because I misspoke. So.
Yeah.
You
Listen.
guys do whatever you want with that information. The songs I'm playing this week, we got The Nerves, Many Roads to Follow, Sun Ra, Lil Ugly Mane. There are 2 new tracks coming up. We got a Thundercat remix, and then new King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard, and then closing out with Swans. What?
You said Wizard Lizard.
What? Lizard Wizard.
Wizard.
Did I?
I thought you said Wizard Lizard, but it
I
could just
could
be the
have.
connection.
King Gizzard and a Wizard.
Yeah.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
By the way,
The Wizard Lizard.
that kid in Clara's 2nd grade class,
Yeah.
who's all about their cat, they shouted
He's
something.
in that band.
He's super into King Wizard and the Wizard. Again, I say he, but I'm still not. I don't know if it's. I don't know about this kid. I don't know anything about them. All I know is their voice, and at that age, everybody sounds like everybody. So this kid, when the teacher was talking about how her favorite animal was a hippopotamus, he was like, "I like lions and tigers because they're like big cats." So like this kid is big time into cats.
Tigers.
Yeah, lions and tigers. Yeah.
Oh, I love this kid.
Yeah, enthusiastic, big time, and so loud. Just every time he comes, it's just all.
Is he the Jared McLeod of that class?
Yeah, I say he's got a headset mic. It's always in his fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just ba 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 ba. Every little thought he has, we got to hear it. Good one. Yeah. I like the mute thing. All right, so I think that's going to do it. Does anyone have any other business that they'd like to get into?
You know I do. You got to like it. You got to subscribe to it. You got to rate it and review it and tell your friends about it.
Keep on
Us.
trucking.
And watch and listen and
I mean, that,
everything
yeah.
else.
if you've made it this far, I take it you have watched and listened.
We'll do it some more. Go
Yeah.
back and look at the old stuff. There's a lot of gold in there. A lot of layers. Right? No.
Yeah, a lot of we put a lot of secret messages.
Like Shrek.
All right, so those are all your.
advertising.
That's everything everyone wanted to say.
I think so.
Right. So for Corin LaPointe Atchison and Jotham Fady and Jared James McLeod, I'm Alistair Fraser St. Hill. Everyone have a spectacular day, night, week, month ahead. There's music playing. You don't even know it. So goodbye, everybody. Thanks for